to our respected Miss Asha and my lovely classmates. We are from Group 4 would like to present a sponsorship analysis of Asian Para Games 2017. So, before we start the presentation, I would like to introduce my group member first. Our group consists of 5 members, which is me, Samuel Anatomy, Azul Hakim bin Abu Bakar, Muhammad Amir Farhan bin Muhammad Azari, Muhammad Amir bin Roslan, and Khalis Kilfi bin Kamaruddin. So now I will start the first slide of the presentation about the event description. The 2017 Asian Para Games, officially known as the 9th Asian Para Games, was a Southeast Asian disabled multi-sports event which is held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, 17 days after the 2017 Southeast Asian Games from 17 to 23rd September of 2017. This was the 3rd time Malaysia hosts the Asian Para Games and its first time since 2009. Around 1,452 athletes participated at the event, which featured 369 events in 16 sports. It was opened by the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Najib Razak, at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium. The 2017 Asian Para Games was held around the Klang Valley area, consists of Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Putrajaya, and Negeri Sembilan. All the existing venues in Bukit Jalil National Sports Complex were upgraded, while the velodrome cost 80 million was built in Nilai, Negeri Sembilan, to host track cycling events and was completed on late March 2017 and opened on 26 May 2017. They were equipped with disabled-friendly facilities prior to the games. So, now I'll proceed the presentation about the target market of this event. The 2017 Asian Para Games is accompanied by 10 Asian countries, which is to promote many cultural and sports events besides political and economic cooperation. Therefore, the Asian Para Games for athletes with physical disabilities is a good example. The Asian Para Games aims at promoting sports for people with disabilities in the region and increasing the public awareness of disabled sports. Moreover, the regional para sports events offer opportunities for building friendship and cooperation among disabled people in Asian member states. So guys, that's all for my presentation about the event description, and now I will pass the next slide about the type of sponsorship of this event to Amir Farhan. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amir Farhan bin Muhammad Azhari, and I will continue this presentation with the type of sponsorship. So first of all, what is sponsorship? Sponsoring something is the act of supporting an event, activity, person or organization financially or through the provision of product or services. The individual or group that provide the support similar to a benefactor is known as the sponsor. So there are 4 types of sponsorship, which is exclusive, primary, subsidiary, and official supplier. So let's go through one by one. So first of all, we have exclusive. An exclusive sponsor is the only sponsor linked with a particular sporting platform component and, as a rule, has the ability to negotiate its name inside the event title. The following companies are the ones that sponsor the event, which is Petronas, Telekom Malaysia, Rapid KL, and Ajinomoto. According to the finding of the study that was carried out, The Asian Para Games are the most popular sporting event that take place in Southeast Asia and draw in excess of 600 million people from the area. As a result of the company's status as an official sponsor for the competition, Ajinomoto now has the opportunity to offer a wide range of support services across its subsidiary in the Asian regions. The service will be based on the extensive knowledge the company has accumulated in Japan regarding the provision of nutritional support for the athletes. Now we move to the second types of sponsorship, which is primary. Primary sponsor consists of many sponsors who split the cost of the event and who participate at varying degree of financial commitment. In addition to this, it offers the possibility of increasing their visibility without requiring a bare minimum of work. So, this is the list of key sponsors for the event. Asia, Malaysian Airport, Traveloka, Grab, Tenaga Nasional Berhad, and Sony Malaysia. According to the research that can be made, Asia, which is the principal sponsor of the game, will arrange flight for Malaysian organizing committee, MASOC, official across the enormous Asian network that the airline has in order to facilitate the organization of the game. The Chief Executive Officer of Asia Group, Tan Sri Tony Fernandez, said that the company is honored to fly the Asian Para Games. They support elite para-athlete with their wholehearted commitment as a really Asian airline. In addition to that, Sony Malaysia's support of the 9th Asian Para Games in 2017 has reached yet another significant milestone. During the same ceremony, the sponsoring partner, which turned out to be the most important energy supplier in the country, Tenaga Nasional Berhad, was unveiled for contribute ranging from 3 billion to 7.5 billion. This level sponsorship is appropriate. Now we move to the third one, that is subsidiary. The term subsidiary refers to a kind of sponsorship that involves more than one company and is segmented according to product categories. It often comes with sponsorship privileges that are exclusive within its own product category. This is the list of sponsors for the subsidiary sponsor. First, McDonald's, Milo, 100 Plus, Ion Malaysia, Spritzer, Pavilion Kuala Lumpur, and Royal Selangor. Official supplier comes in last but certainly not least. When it comes to their goods, the official supplier typically maintain exclusivity. There isn't much of a link between the official supplier goods and the event that can be seen. This is the official list of supplier, which includes Medi Life Sport, Molten, Mikasa, Victor, Marathon, Gloria Gin Coffees, La Martina, Mahamas, MRCB, and last but not least, Autobelt.
Objective or sponsor due to the Asian Para Games 2017. There are 8 objectives, which is, firstly, is brand visibility. Brand visibility promotes the sponsor brand to a large audience of people who have never heard of the company. The larger the event, the more press such as Petronas and Telekom Malaysia did before, during and after the event day. Second is targeted marketing. Platform for connecting brands with their target audience is sports sponsorship. Customers who are highly interested are attracted to the right event. Sponsor events such as Victor and Marathon frequently cater to niche audiences. Thirdly is consumer perception. When sponsors business is linked to high-profile sporting event, customer form a favorable opinion. If a sponsor can sponsor other organization, they will assume the sponsor business is trustworthy and reputable. Fourth is efficiently. Generation sponsor can now engage with potential client in much more interactive ways than they could a few years ago. Thanks to the advances in technology, sponsor can collect contact information and generate leads more easily before and during, after an event, thanks to the use of Twitter, smartphone, event apps, and other interactive sponsorship. Sponsorship, of course, must involve is not very interactive hang a banner, as McDonald's and 100 Plus demonstrated, communicating with potential clients via Twitter that generates far more leads. Firstly, is sales goals. Consumer at event enable to sponsor make sales on the spot, such as Milo and Speedjet, setting up booth simply that generate a new business. Sixth is community goodwill. The most influential factors in shaping participants' attitude towards sponsor are event factor satisfaction with the event, attitude towards the event, and attitude toward the activity or program factor sponsor fit. The event's quality was only a minor factor in determining brand equity transference between sponsor and participant as measured by participant attitudes toward the sponsor. Content strategy. Event sponsorship provide new content for a company's content strategy. Sponsor can find relevant audiences to target, such as Sony Malaysia connecting with the event holder on social media. Sponsor can get exposure to much longer network when attendees share photos and videos. Lastly is business relationships, which is shared. Values are essential components with the company culture and aid in development of trust between partners. It is critical that both parties have the same goals in order for relationship to succeed. If the parties can agree on what they want out of relationship, their level commitment will increase. Second, trust. This encourages businesses to invest in long-term relationship to improve cooperation, which is a factor contributing to competitive advantage.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Amir bin Roslan, and now I will talk about the return of investments of the Asian Para Games 2017. On the 4th of July 2017, it was announced that no paid tickets are required for the Asian Para Games events, and the entry to the games venue is entirely free. The platinum sponsor, which is the highest rank, are Ajinomoto.co.in and Petronas. Being an official sponsor for these events gives Ajinomoto opportunities to provide various supports through its subsidiaries in the Asian region, based on the wealth of know-how on nutritional supports for athletes that has been accumulated by the company in Japan. Malaysian oil and gas company Petronas has become a platinum sponsor of this year's SEA and Asian Para Games, which will both be held in the country's capital, Kuala Lumpur. Petronas pledged RM15 million in support of MASOK, the Games Organizing Committee, in a combination of cash, goods, services, and marketing support. Petronas will become the official fuel partner of the Games and will issue a special edition KL 2017 Petronas gift card, which will be issued in its petrol stations. The stores will also offer official KL 2017 merchandise. Meanwhile, Petronas Pre-Max fuel will be used in over 300 official vehicles during both games. Petronas is an example of a company that is not only concerned with its business operation, but also gives attention to community outreach efforts through sports, said Khairi Jamaluddin, Malaysia's Youth and Sports Minister, as well as the chairman of MASOK. The company is highly respected globally as it has a glorious reputation as a sponsor of various sports events. According to Khairi Jamaluddin, the Petronas deal means that MASOK has now raised RM71 million in sponsorship. As a gold sponsor, Sony, which makes its debut as a sponsor in the local sports scene through this partnership, will contribute 30 to 50 units of the Sony A9 cameras on loan basis for KL 2017 official professional photographers. The Sony A9 cameras will also be known as the official camera of the KL 2017. Apart from that, Sony's sponsorship also entails cash and marketing supports to promote the KL 2017 brand. This sponsorship is also one of the Sony's strategies to capture potential customers among the KL 2017 fans, especially for the Sony A9 cameras. The total sponsorship has crossed over the RM 100 million mark, exceeding 25% of the initial target of sponsorship at RM 80 million.
Sponsors and sponsee play a very important role. These are the impacts toward the sponsor, sponsee, also the customer. The first one is sponsor. When the sponsor agree, he is entitled to raise the brand name of the company or business. Moreover, they are also able to increase their profit as their brand is promoted. Other than that, they also can put their sign as the indicator that they sponsor the event. For sponsee as well, they can run the event successfully. This is because they have very adequate financial resources. They also need to fulfill sponsor requests so that they do not lose their financial resources. Also, not to forget, the organization needs to promote either the product, logo or brand. Last but not least, impact on customer. They will be able to enjoy the event happily. They can also feel satisfied and not feel the event is boring. Due to that, customers will be interested in participating in the event in the future.